Majina naitwa Thomas Uchenga Sao. Nilizaliwa Suba District, Homa Bay County. I'm doing job of artisans. I'm an artisan by profession. Nimesoma primary school kwa shule inaitwa Ngode Primary School, then nikakuja Nairobi, nikaenda Kamkunji Secondary School, where I attend my KCSE result, C-. Then nikashindwa kwenda university kupata kosi mzuri. But nilianza kukuwa na fikira nikuwe kwa kazi ya sekta ya jua kali, nikuwe self-employed, because nilikuwa naona watu wakienda kazi asubuhi, unaamka asubuhi unakuwa strained. Nikasema no, I want to do something different. I want to create my own job and be self-employed, and especially naweza kuwa na fursa pia ya kuita watu wengine pia wajoin my sector. So I did mechanical engineering. I started in jua kali, nikuwe na experience kwanza, nione kama hii kazi naweza ama siwezi. Jua kali kwanza, wale marelative wangu wale walikuwa hapa Nairobi, because nilikuwa nimezaliwa nyumbani. Mababa yangu na mamangu, wazazi wangu walikuwa nyumbani. So vile nilikuwa nimekuja hapa Nairobi, nilikuwa na mandugu zangu wale walikuwa shakuja hapa. So wakaniambia, Tom, if you want to go do mechanical job, can you do it? Nikasema I can. Wakasema okay, first kuwa na experience, at least ni kama orientation, uone ile course unataka kufanya. Nikakuja jua kali, nikakuja Kariobangi, nikakuwa attached na some guys who are doing mechanical, actually walikuwa nafanya fabrication job. Nikakaa kwa hiyo jua kali kidogo, nikaona naweza. Nikaambia I want to go to school to have papers in mechanical engineering. So I went to Kenya Polytechnic, nikafanya diploma course in mechanical engineering. Nikarudi tena kwa jua kali after that. So my first job nilikuwa na fabricate unique things na wale walikuwa mbeleni kwa jua kali. Sitengenezi milango na other things that zinachomwa tu. I was targeting plants, I was targeting manufacturing plants, machineries. So the first machine nilikuwa nimeanza kufabricate ni machine ya kutengeneza candle making machine. So I invented my first machine, that was 2002. Niliona ikafaulu. Nikasema okay, kama candle machine naweza tengeneza, let me go to soap machine. Nikatengeneza. So the challenge I got with the soap making machines, sikukuwa na idea ya formulation. So nikasema what can I do, because I want to be in this line of manufacturing. Nikasema no, I go back to school. So part time I just went back to college, nikafanya analytical chemistry. So with the organic chemistry tunapata kwa shule na ile nilikuwa nimepata tena kwa college, nikasema pana, this is not enough, let me go to look at some relevant places where I can get enough experience. So I go and seek attachment at Kirdi. So nikaenda Kirdi, nikakuwa attached, nikakuwa na experience ya kuona formulation vile sabuni inatengenezwa. So after that I got some other people who was working in other companies like East Africa Industry. Nikakuwa na some friends wale walikuwa na train sana privately. So nikakuwa perfect on making soap line, other different chemical products. Saa hizi I can say nimefaulu kwa hizi kazi zangu za manufacturing. I make machines, I train people on formulation, and it works. We take to KEBS, we train, we try our materials in a pita. I can say within East Africa I've created more than 20 factories running in Uganda, in Rwanda, latest in Southern Sudan. Here is the place where I make the machines. I will walk around and see the guys that I've trained now are my fabricators working part and parcel with me in this line. Like in soap making, ukiona sabuni kitengenezwa mtu anatumia nyumbani, usifikirie ni kitu ngumu sana kufanya. Kitambo tukiona our friends from Asians, wale walikuwa kwa mbeleni kutengeneza hizi vitu, nafikiria sasa mtu anaweza tengeneza sabuni kweli? I think by the time nilikuwa naenda shule nilikuwa nafikiria sabuni inakuwa imported. Sikuwa najua sabuni inaweza kuwa inatengenezwa locally. But now we can make soap locally, from home based to factory. We can do cottage factory along with us. The only problem, the only challenge with us in Kenya is that we are lazy in some other areas. Like now, we have a challenge and shortage of oil, edible oil for cooking oil. But we have plenty of land. We can make, we depend on people. We depend on other countries that can supply us with oil, like Malaysia. Like now we are blaming war in Ukraine for the shortage of this oil. Yet we have land here. We can grow sunflower abundantly here. The main materials of making soap ni mafuta, edible oil. Yeah, we have soap loader. Sabuni ikitengenezwa first ni mafuta. You treat the oil. You get the oil first. If you have the oil, then you treat this oil. You sterilize that oil with hydrogen peroxide, industrial part. Since you have sterilized the oil, because hii mafuta hujui imepitia mali gani, hujui imehandliwa na watu wa aina gani, lazima you treat that oil, then you leave it to a given temperature. After it cools down, the temperature has gone down, then you separately you mix other bases. You understand? Kuna some chemicals separately you mix to make what we call lye solution. The lye consists of sodium hydroxide, sodium silicate, and water as a solvent. So after that, you mix them, you scale down the temperature. You make sure the temperature goes down. Then you bring to this oil which already already treated with hydrogen peroxide to sterilize or bleach the color, the given color that you want. Then you do what we call saponification. That one is done in a tank called mixing tank. Like this one is a mixing tank which is on the process. It's not finished. In the mixing tank, we'll put a stirrer on top of it to make sure it has agitator. It stir the oil inside there. And again, we'll have heaters fitted on this tank to boil the oil, because it is now industrial thing. It is not experimental. You just do it in good quantity. Like this tank can contain 650 liters. In 650 liters, you don't put it all. You put 600 liters and you leave the 50. You allowance of 50 liters, space of 50 liters. You just leave it. You don't fill it. Just put 600 only, so that if it rises, if the temperature rises, it will generate some foam, and when the foam comes up, it doesn't pour it down. You understand? So after that, you will release it. We have a releaser, discharger, where you can discharge it when you stand, and it pours to a basin called cooling trough. Cooling trough. It is also a trough made by plastic, but it's a place where we're going to build it on the floor, so that when it cools down, it forms what we call soapstone after that. So the soapstone is then you take to plodder machine. You take the soapstone to plodder machine to crush, because the plodder machine needs something that is hard. That machine is designed to hard things, not soft one. If you put soft thing, it reverses, because remember it is 50% oil. So 50% oil, because that machine have heaters, it have some two temperatures, it have cold temperature and hot temperature. But when you are making this stuff, you must put all those temperatures to a given degrees. I can fabricate any type of machine, but the kind of machines that we are making now is cottage. We are attacking the cottage industry people. You can put it in your garage. You can put it, because it doesn't have a lot of noise. It consumes good. It consumes low power. It have low power consumption. We can put motor from 5 horsepower, low speed, 7.5 horsepower. I think that one can do with a single phase or a 3-phase, but single phase can do. So it's a low power consumption. But that machine can make from 300 kgs per hour, 300 kilogram per hour to 500 kilogram. The medium can make 500 kilogram per hour. 500 kilogram per hour, if you calculate 500 kilogram per hour, in a box of 1 kg in Kenya, we put 10 soaps in that box. That's about 50-something boxes per hour, ready for market. You don't leave it for curing, you don't do what? Formulation is what does everything there. Yeah, you don't leave your soap to take 3 days to the market. No, we don't do that.